12 days ago, OpTic Chicago got embarrassed by longtime rivals Atlanta FaZe.
From being like the worst loss at a hard point we've seen this year.
And FaZe will close it out
6-2.
Hop, skip, in a jump
And the
shot.
dreams of an OpTic winners bracket start
Atlanta
are
FaZe in
dead.
a dominant series. 3-0
The
OpTic
long-awaited and
Chicago.
most anticipated match of Stage 3 Week 3 was an absolute disaster as OpTic Chicago were beaten by Atlanta in a 45-minute series, which sparked an outrage among the OpTic Chicago roster. The loss also meant that OpTic Chicago will have to start in the losers bracket for Major 3. With fans calling out their favorite players to be dropped and requesting drastic changes to the roster, one can only be worried as what is going on behind the scenes. Neither of the four players addressed anything regarding the current situation of the team except a sponsor stream that Scump did one night where he addressed the problems the team were having.
The past couple days, our scrims have looked great, and then we just get to the match and just, I don't know, we just forget how to play. It's weird.
The Green Wall was worried. With Major 3 right around the corner, the Green Wall had given up on their favorite team, constantly attacking them with negative comments, criticism, and guilt. Everyone thought this was the end of the roster and changes needed to happen ASAP. But as we worried, OpTic were fine-tuning their gameplay and working on how they can turn the impossible into a possible. It is moments like these that truly make an OpTic fan, because you witness your favorite players' pain as they lose when you want to see them win. You see them struggle when you want to see them victorious, and you do the one thing that you shouldn't. You tweet them. It is not one's fault, and I strongly believe they know that. It's the passion that drives the type of behavior. Also, immaturity. But what we don't notice is the damage we do to them, the mental state in which we put our favorite teams and players in when they constantly have to read those types of comments after a loss. It doesn't help. On the contrary, it adds more pain to us because when they lose, we all feel it, and when they win, we all celebrate it. Well, this is a magical moment in which we all remember to be one of the greatest storylines of all time. It's a team that had no hopes of a win in the eyes of critics and their fans, proving them wrong once again. OpTic Chicago will start the Major 3 losers bracket run on Friday against LAG. No easy match by any means. They started off slow by losing map 1, which sparked the aggressiveness of the fans once again, reaffirming that they could not keep underperforming like this and that they were ready to give up. But then something magical happened. OpTic Chicago started playing like their real selves. Round by round, they started to gain momentum, and what we all thought was impossible started to happen in front of our eyes. Our favorite team playing like we expect them to be playing. Play by play, map by map, OpTic Chicago managed to not only close out the series against LAG, but do it in fashion. Although they won the series, fans were not convinced as the next opponent would be the Dallas Empire, their worst enemy and top-tier caliber team that everyone thought there was no chance OpTic Chicago would win due to their lack of teamwork and performance lately. Yet again, OpTic managed to prove everyone wrong by 3-0ing Dallas Empire in a dominant way on their first match on Saturday for top 6 at the Stage 3 Majors. This is where everything changed. Almost immediately, fans started to believe in the impossible, just like their favorite team had been doing all along. Although the road to the grand finals wouldn't be easy, OpTic Chicago has shown drastic improvements in their gameplay and teamwork, not to mention individual performances across the board. Their next opponent would be no other than the Florida Mutineers, who had just been sent down to the losers bracket by the New York Subliners. OpTic once again shocked their fans and everyone who doubted them, 3-0ing the Florida Mutineers in dominant fashion, not dropping a single map since the first map they lost against LAG. One step closer, but not there yet. Their next opponent will be Toronto Ultra, the defending champions of Major 2, which had just been knocked down to the losers bracket by Atlanta FaZe in a very close series. The ultimate test, the defending champions. This is where OpTic would truly show off their capabilities. Starting off the series, OpTic absolutely destroyed Toronto in the first hard point.
Charge, they've got it. No one in a position to stop it. And what a start to the series we've got. Surprise, surprise.
At this point, fans were in shock, their hearts feeling the blood rushing through it, and their brain believing that what they thought was impossible was going to become true. Map 2. Although an amazing battle between both teams, Toronto ends up clutching an extremely close round 11 to take Map 2. Then they took the control in a very close game as well, winning Map 3 and going up 2-1 in the series.
Spring to life, and that's the team you expected to see. That was your Major 2 champions right there on the map.
This is where reality started to sink in. But as we thought it was all over once again, OpTic Chicago were not ready to let down their fans as they battled through the map 4 hardpoint and forced the game 5.
For the win, teamwork has started to flow. You've got to contest now. But once again, Scump back on the point, and we have got ourselves.
Here we go, Raid SND. Once again, fans started to believe it was possible for their favorite team to come out on top. As Map 5 increased in intensity for both players and fans, the feeling of watching your favorite team so close to making history in one of the most impressive and remarkable ways possible in the most competitive tournament there has been up to date, it's something magical. But that all crumbled as disappointment quickly possessed the green wall, watching their favorite team lose another round 11 against the defending champions to get eliminated
Finds
from
the
the tournament.
second, the third to be had, and there's all on a one void. He's absolutely cut to ribbons, and Toronto Ultra have just gone and smashed the round in half. With ample time to get the defuse, they didn't even need the streaks to get it done, and it was a good old-fashioned ass-kicking there on the point. Round 11 goes their way in just an emphatic way.
After a devastating loss, OpTic Chicago were sent home by the Toronto Ultra, ending their possibilities of making their fans' fantasy come true at Major 3. You could feel the pain of the loss as a fan. You could feel it for some reason. It's a feeling that you don't get very often. It is the exact feeling that only one team can create in your heart. Sadness because they lost, but happiness because you're proud. That's what makes OpTic special. It is the feeling that you're watching your family compete. Head up, Kings.